Hi, welcome back to Life Maps, the story of a lifetime. I'm Ronis, and today I want to talk about 5 perceived barriers that people sometimes think about, and they're trying to decide whether or not to do a custom life map. And I want to tell you what those are and why they really should not be an issue. Just to review, life maps are totally customized, whimsical geographical maps that illustrate someone's life story, an individual, a couple, a company, even a city. It's a great gift for a special birthday, an anniversary, a wedding, a graduation, a retirement, or to do as a memorial. Also for corporate anniversaries or corporate gifts. So what are these 5 barriers that people sometimes use as preventing them from doing a life map? One, people will say, oh, it must be really complicated to do one of these. And it really is not. There's a very simple process that I share with you and walk you through the whole thing. And so it's actually something that's very easily done. The second barrier that people will bring up is, I don't know what I would put on a map. And so the answer for that is, I have a set of guidelines that I will go over with you and then send to you that tells you all the different kinds of information that I would want and gives you examples of it so that you're very clear about what you'll need to provide for me. And it's actually not very difficult to get the information. So the third thing is, people will say, I don't think I could come up with enough things to fill up a map. And that's one of the reasons why I do the guidelines. And then secondly, that I do an interview. I don't ask you to fill out a questionnaire. You don't have to send me anything. I will just chat with you and ask you questions, and you will be able to come up with the answers for that. So I always say to people, we usually wind up with too much information. I've never had the situation that we don't have enough to put on the map. I had a woman came in my booth one year at an art fair, and she said, oh, I was going to do this for my friend last year, but I couldn't think of enough things. And I said, well, did you contact me to get the guidelines? She said, no. I said, well, if you had, we would have had plenty of things for you to fill up a map about your friend. So that takes care of that one. The fourth barrier is that people will sometimes say, I didn't know this person when they were young. How am I going to go back and get information about their childhood or about their early life? And my answer for that is, you don't need to. You just need to give them a map that covers the time period that you know them. So if you only know them for 10 years, then you share on their map things that you've learned about them in that time period, about your friendship, what you know about their family, maybe you work with them, there's some work stories. And since it's a gift from you, it's perfectly fine that you don't have to go back and try to contact relatives and come up with things from years before you ever met them. And then the last barrier sometimes is cost. So, and I know that can be an issue for people, but I have come up with 5 different sizes with 5 different price points. And so usually there's a price point for anybody's budget. Plus, remember, it's a custom piece of art that's totally personalized to celebrate this person that you love. And you're getting an interview and you're getting something that's hand done. So it's not a difficult process. I lay out a process for you. I tell you the kind of information that I'm going to want. I do an interview with you to pull the information out of you so you don't have to worry about not having enough. You don't have to tell their whole life history if you don't know it. And I have a price point kind of to fit every budget. So there's not really a good reason not to do a life map for someone for a special occasion, to honor them and celebrate them and give them a really wonderful gift. So if you would like to start the process, the first step would be just to contact me, and I can walk you through the process and explain what kind of information I would need. And then we can take it from there if you want to continue. So you can email me at info@lifemaps.biz, or you can send me a message here on Facebook, and I would be happy to give you some additional information. So I look forward to the opportunity to help you to create a really beautiful, customized piece of art for someone in your life, and look forward to seeing you back here again soon on Facebook.